I have found the last week or so, and particularly the last 48 hours or so, some of the most disheartening and appalling period of my entire adult life covering politics and watching what's been happening in this country. What happened today is really an easy story. The president bowed to political pressure. We have not seen him do that very often. We've seen other politicians do it many times. The president usually tries to just bull his way through. The pressure was intense. It was justifiably intense, and he folded. So great. And it's I think should be heartening to some people that it is possible for this president to be pressured to stop from doing vile things. At the same time, he is going to and is already trying to have it both ways. We have seen him for days say, you can't solve this with an executive order, and then sit there today on television and say, hey, I got an executive order. He has pitched himself as the villain in a way that he likes for days. Yesterday, when he used the phrase infestation, it called to mind, it was basically saying, immigrants, people coming to this country are vermin. That's what he was saying. It's the language of white nationalist, European splinter, hard-right, crazy town parties. And we haven't heard it in our politics in a long time. We've heard it in our politics in history, but not in a while. He's going to still use that language between now and November because he thinks it works with a part of his group, of his base. He's also going to try to be a hero and say what he said today. Oh, compassion, the word compassion. I liked how he talked about the word compassion. Can't actually express compassion, but he can say it has something to do with the word compassion. It is our job in the press, and it's also the job of Democrats, to not let the president have both ways on this issue and to make sure that he can't be both. You can't just do this thing and then stand up and say, oh, hey, I'm now the hero, I have compassion. You can't go around talking about people like they're vermin. You can't inflict this kind of policy on Americans and not pay a political price. We have a great chance to inflict one on him and his party in November. I mean the Democratic Party does. I'm not part of the Democratic Party, but people who object to this policy, which I think is a lot of people beyond the Democratic Party, have a chance to make the president and his party pay a price. They should, and the press needs to hold him accountable and not let him just kind of slide away from this over the course of the next few days and pretend like it didn't happen.
I've never seen you like this before. You've given me a lump in my throat with that a little bit. I want